The Baristina has an interesting concept, making an espresso with just the push of a button. So what other option could replace the Baristina? In this video, I'll show you what I think are the best 3 alternatives to this machine. I'll include the links to those different machines just below in the comments. Hi, my name is Colin and you're on Cafelista. Everything that I present here has been tested, and as you know, we are a small independent channel, not an e-commerce site trying to sell you anything. Before diving into the 3 best options, let's take a moment to explain why making an espresso is so challenging. Can we really make an espresso automatically? Making an espresso automatically is very difficult. The grind needs to be perfect, the puck preparation needs to be spot on, the extraction time neither too long nor too short. It is complicated. The problem with a fully automated system like the Baristina is that these steps might not be executed perfectly. And you might know, but espresso is really unforgiving. Unlike other brewing methods, even small mistakes can show up in the cup. Espresso is like a magnifying glass. To sum up, if you want a true automatic or semi-automatic espresso, it will be more expensive. And if you want to stay within the budget of the Baristina, you'll either get a pressurized espresso, which can still be good, though not a true espresso, or a real espresso with a more manual process, including grinder settings and extraction time control. Knowing this, here's what's possible. For each alternative, I'll share the price, the pros and the cons. The first alternative, a small espresso machine with an independent grinder. This combo is really interesting because you can stay within roughly the same budget, and it will allow you to make good espresso using a pressurized portafilter, and with a little investment you can make real espresso, something that the Baristina can do. So what's the main downside? Well, here we're gonna lose the fully automatic aspect of the Baristina. But with a pressurized portafilter, it's still quite simple. You grind your beans without much hassle, you don't need an extremely fine grind, and you're ready to make espresso. It's still very quick. In advanced mode with a non-pressurized portafilter and an espresso grinder, it gets more complex and it's suited for those motivated to dive into this technique. So it's not for everyone, and that's okay. But be aware that you can make really good shots this way. Now, in terms of price, small espresso machines like the Dedica, the Stilosa or the ECP from DeLonghi cost between $100 to $200. A good manual grinder like the Timor or the Kin grinder cost between $100 to $150. If we look into the electric grinder, the Baratza Encore or the Baratza Encore ESP are about $200. So here, a big advantage is that you can grind for multiple types of coffee. Mocha pot, French press, and of course espresso. In simple mode, we are looking at something that would cost between $400 to $500. With the advanced mode that requires a scale, a non-pressurized portafilter, a temper, we can add $100 to $150. This is for you if you're willing to sacrifice a bit of automation in exchange for better quality coffee. And if you are curious or interested in making real espresso, but aren't sure if you're ready to fully commit. Ultimately, this is, I think, the most affordable solution and allow you to evolve. Plus, you can experiment with the different types of coffee. If you still want something that's fast and automated, now we have the second alternative. The second alternative to the Baristina is quite simple. It's a bean-to-cup machine. Here we lose out a bit on design, and it's true that the Baristina is quite beautiful. Why choose a super automatic coffee machine? Here you keep the automatic system, meaning you lose some quality. It's a pressurized system, but you can adjust the grinder, which can make a big difference. You can also change the temperature and control the volume easily. Another big advantage is the variety of drinks available. With a one-touch milk-based system, we have lots of options with the bean-to-cup machine, cappuccino, latte, and so on. What are the cons? Well, compared to the Baristina, not much. The main downside would be the design. In terms of prep time, bean-to-cup machine usually take between 80 to 90 seconds after turning to make an espresso, compared to 40 seconds with the Baristina. Not a huge difference. Now, in terms of budget, well, we could be on the same level. Obviously, it depends on the machine, but entry-level models like a Philips 2200 can be found usually around $500. With other brands like DeLonghi, if you go for a Magnifica Start or an Evo, we can find a machine between $600 and $650. Overall, a similar budget with potentially $100 more, but offering much more options. We wrap up with the best compromise, a high espresso quality with advanced automation. As you might expect, with this level of performance, we are looking at a higher budget, higher price. Often the double of the Baristina, if not more. But I wanted to mention it because the coffee produced is significantly different and much better from a pressurized system. This is real espresso. The main drawback of those semi-automatic machines is the price. We are here in a different category, between $700 and $1,000 or even more. And even though it's nearly an automatic system, to get most out of it, you will need to make some adjustments. But nothing too complicated compared to the manual combo we mentioned earlier. And I'm thinking of dedicating a series of videos on this topic. If you're interested in those machines, feel free to subscribe. Which machines are we talking about? It's a booming market with lots of innovations. Of course, we have the DeLonghi Specialista, the Breville Barista Touch Impress here, which has been my favorite in this category this year. But we can also mention the Philips Barista Brew and the Ninja Luxe Premier, which seems also quite promising. Are there other options? Yes, there are other ways to make espresso, like a manual machine such as a Flair, or a portable ones like a PicoPresso or an Autin Nano, but those are completely different systems. As for capsule machine, I think it's a dying market and I haven't including them here. So what do you think? Which options do you prefer? Do you see another one? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, I recommend watching this one. I'm pretty sure you will like it. As usual, I hope you have a good day. I'll see you soon. Ciao.